Welcome back to Who's at the Chef's Table with Chef Dan. This week, your hosts, Chef Dan and Doris with a D, sit down with owner-operators John Anthony and Chef Arby of Krakatoa Indonesian restaurant in Hollywood, Florida. Part 1.
Hi everyone, I'm Doris with a D and we are SoFloDining magazine, and today Chef Dan is here at the Chef's Table in Hollywood at Krakatoa with Chef, how do I pronounce your name?
ABE.
Arby.
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 Yeah.
You see?
ABE is not ABC, guys. Okay.
And John.
Yes.
Owner and chef and owner.
Both owners.
No, it's a
Both owners.
It's a crime. How do you call that? Crime
Oh,
partner.
partner in crime?
Partner in crime.
Yes. Oh,
Partner
that's
in
great.
crime.
So we're all partners in crime,
Yes.
which I love. Absolutely. And I just want to thank you guys for welcoming us into your home, into your beautiful abode. I mean, this restaurant is absolutely gorgeous with a capital G. It's really in the flow, totally a Krakatoa experience.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, for all you guys out there, get ready, hold on tight, because we're going to tell you about how long this place has been open.
Yeah.
How long has it been open?
Here,
Yeah.
2018.
So this is
September.
going into our eighth year.
8 years.
Here.
2026. Yeah.
Yeah, and now before that, you guys were somewhere else.
Yeah, we're at
I want to
the.
hear all about
Yeah,
that.
we
We want to hear this. We saw the other interview, and I love that story.
Oh, cool.
I love
Yes.
it.
Yeah, we started at a farmer's market, the Yellow Green Farmer's Market.
Right, yeah.
Before that, and we were there 3.5 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the Yellow Green Farmers Market is here in Hollywood,
Here-
right?
here in Hollywood.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
Sheridan. Yeah.
Okay,
Off
on
of Sheridan.
Yes.
Right.
That's where we got our start.
Yeah.
And it was
Awesome.
really just, oh my gosh, could we try something? Because that was after my first trip to Indonesia, and we met, and he got here,
So what year was that?
2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so we decided to try something, and we wanted to not only provide the food, but we wanted to try to, how can we recreate a little bit of an experience of Indonesia? Because in Indonesia or Asia, I think in general, it's all about the little local markets,
Right.
in the little villages, in the little towns. It's kind of like what I would call is like the city center. That's where you go to meet all your friends, your families. You're buying your food. You're buying
Gossiping,
potentially your
whatever.
clothes, everything
That's
in the
your
little
social
local market.
Gossip,
Yeah,
right?
Right, so it's
And,
a-
I love
it's a
that.
Yeah.
market hub.
yeah, and that's what we wanted to try to recreate a little bit, to have a little Indonesian experience, and that's how we ended up at the Yellow Green Farmers Market, because we had a permanent spot. It wasn't like a pop up every weekend with a table and an umbrella. We actually had a physical spot there.
And you were there like Monday through Friday? All that
No,
kind of thing? Or
we
was
were
just
only
Saturday and
it was
Sunday.
Saturday and
Just Saturday and
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But I like the story.
Which
you,
one?
You went on vacation, and then
Yes.
you came back.
Yeah,
It's gonna take a month.
That's okay.
We'll have to have a part B to the
Who's gonna
interview.
edit?
so.
Who's gonna edit this? You're gonna have
You'll edit.
But yeah, I went there on vacation, and I guess an interesting way that I ended up there is that I didn't have much time previously to go on vacations. So when I finally decided, okay, I want to go on a vacation, and I said, okay, where is the farthest place that I can go from where I am right now? And if there's still people that know what an actual globe is, not Google Maps, but an actual globe, if you flip it around, you're kind of Indonesian-ish. And that's really how I decided to
hours
go.
deeper.
Yeah, we're 12 hours difference.
The opposite of the world. Yeah.
And that was how long ago? I hate to-
2013.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
all about the history.
So that's 13, 14 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
Wow.
it,
Yeah.
only I think older people have ever heard of couch surfing, and
I know couch surfing, yeah.
You know couch surfing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
So-
that's when you go and you stay at a friend's house
Yes.
for a little bit of time because you have to move on to another place, but you're not really spending so much
heard-
time because you're just between ships or
Yes.
airplanes
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
some kind of transportation.
But what I
Yeah.
enjoyed about couch surfing is that you
Still local.
a lot of the places I used to host in couch surfing, and I had
Me too.
60 some different countries in a 2.5 year period in my house, and it was amazing. It was an incredible experience because I really tried to spend time with them,
Right.
and really so we could actually get to know each other. So I used couch surfing when I went to Indonesia. I didn't want to stay in a hotel. I wanted to really meet
Local
people.
experience, yeah.
And-
Soak
wait,
in
wait,
that
Yeah,
color
yeah.
and
wait, I
that
have to
spice.
backtrack
Yeah,
for the millennials.
Okay.
Um,
Pre-Airbnb.
Bingo.
Yes.
This is Airbnb without the being
Money.
and
and
what's that
you
other
really get to
stuff?
meet people.
Yeah, what's that
No-
other stuff
no
that they
app.
stay at that's really, really cheap?
Hostel.
Like okay.
A
I was
hostel?
going to say a brothel. I was wrong. It's a hostel.
The wrong one.
Yeah, no, that's my
The
background.
hostel.
But that's pre-app. There's no app for this.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
But it was nice because you actually stayed in people's houses,
Right.
and you got to meet people, and Abby ended up being one of the people that I actually stayed with. So
You said.
that's how we actually met, and
You could have been the I call that the ambassador of Scout Surfing. So
Oh, yeah,
that's the
yeah,
story
yeah.
out there.
So,
but they're
um,
gone already, guys.
So
Airbnb now.
interestingly, when I got to Indonesia, I flew into Bali, and I immediately got on another plane because I was going to a much
East.
further
East.
island that literally had no tourism.
Okay.
And because I wanted to get away from the tourism.
Where are you
and,
going?
Flores.
Okay.
Where the Komodo? The
Can
Komodo
we
Little
look
dragon.
at what the
and
little
stuff.
dragon is?
Yeah.
Not little. They're like up to 10 feet long.
That's all.
Yeah.
There's bigger ones.
But yeah, I'm sure.
But you wanted you wanted the real experience. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want
yeah,
blase
yeah.
tourist
No.
crap. Yeah.
So
That's kind of like what we do when we go.
Yeah.
We avoid. Yeah.
yeah.
the-
And so going into this tiny little airport in the middle of a jungle, because that's literally what it was, I had this overwhelming sense that I had been there before. It was like I was returning home. So there's a whole
There goes that
there's a
kismet I
whole
was
lot
talking
of
about.
there's a whole lot of history that we still laugh about that whole part.
So
of
the
our
energy,
lives.
you just
Yeah,
followed
yeah,
the
yeah,
flow.
yeah.
I love it. You see,
And,
I told you I'd get the word flow in there.
Yeah. And so when I went back to Bali, it was Abi that I was staying with, and he had to find me in the airport because I didn't even know what he looked like, and so that's actually how we met, and weirdly enough, that was a whole nother experience because it was like we had met before. We would just sit there and talk for hours. It's like two friends that grew up together that separated in life and then came back at an older age and were catching up.
Yeah.
That's how that
That's
experience
weird, yeah.
was when
It's
we
so
met.
beautiful.
It was so weird.
No,
but-
not weird at all. I think it's beautiful.
I mean, a lot of people
No,
would
it's-
think it's weird, but they're yes.
It
but-
was meant to
Well, that's like
be.
the
It was
same
meant to
thing.
be.
That's
That's
the same
it.
thing whenever we go to Key West. There's
Yes.
certain parts of Key West
Oh my
when,
God,
when I'm
yes.
walking down the street, I tell her. She's like, "How do you know that?" I go down and
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like
He'll say, hun,
I've been here.
listen, and,
Really?
and watch this, and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
look
I'll
at there,
turn.
and look
Yeah.
over there. He's
And she's
amazing
like, and
with
she's
that.
like, "Oh, well, you've been?" No, I've never been here. I
Yeah.
just, or like if we're going down a side street, I go left, right, left. And how do you know that? And I'm like, I
Feel
feel
it,
it. I
yeah.
feel like I've been there. So
Yeah.
You feel the
that's not
vibes
weird.
from another
That's not
time.
weird at all.
It's true though.
I
The
feel
vibes
like-
from another time, they
Yeah.
are so real.
They are
come right
and
through
can
you.
be very
You
strong.
can't deny them.
Yeah.
You can't.
No, one of the words
You
he
feel
said.
it.
You feel like I felt
Yeah.
like I was home.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
felt like I was home.
That was
Like,
exactly what you
in
said.
certain parts of
Like
not all of
returning
Key West.
home.
Right. It's not like the whole Key
Right.
West. Not like, oh, I'm here. No,
Yeah, just
certain
in some
parts
part,
when we're
okay.
walking down the street, and I'm like, I lived here.
Yeah.
You know, like this is my neighborhood.
Yeah, weird, right? I mean, weird in a good way
Weird in a good way.
because
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've been watching all of this. It's not supernatural. It's more kind of
Synchronicities.
yeah. How do I say? More towards your vibration, more towards what is the purpose of your life, things like that that I've been watching.
The spiritual levels.
spiritual level. What is
Wow.
your yeah?
Oh, so true.
It
All of
is.
it.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I love it.
So when we met, I mean, we were literally inseparable. You know, I kind of the best that I could, changed some of my plans. I'd already bought plane tickets and stuff to go to some other places.
And we met when we were kid, when we were a child. And
All right, so they're
that's another story.
That's another story. Yes, yes, I love that.
But yeah, we totally met in another life.
Yeah, when you were
but
kids.
When we
Yeah.
were
I
kids.
have friends like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing because
Yeah.
we have never seen each other in this lifetime. All of a sudden, when our eyes meet, the energy just
Yes.
goes,
Yes.
and it's like we get like
Yeah.
a quick flash of the past.
100%.
And we're like, I know you.
Yeah.
And, the other person will say, yeah, I know you too.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
scary,
Yeah.
but not really because then it becomes so synchronistic
Yeah.
that you say to yourself,
Yeah. Yeah.
why hasn't this happened before?
Right. Yeah.
Kind of a thing. So no, I'm glad. I'm so glad you guys understand that.
Yeah.
So,
You guys out there, pay attention.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so as so I spent more time with him. He took me all over places. Oh my God, Tanalot.
Yeah, that's another place that you are like.
Oh
my God.
wow! So he took me to this
A temple in the middle of
in the water.
In the water.
Yeah,
in the
you have to
ocean.
cross it in low tide.
Mm-hmm.
But when he took me there, he says, "Oh, I'm going to take you somewhere today." Okay, because I also went on the trip with a yes mentality. I was not going to say no to anything because I wasn't sure that I'd ever get back, and I did not want any regrets.
Yeah, you wanted to experience as much as you
Everything.
could.
Exactly.
And
in
if I
every
didn't
moment.
like it, fine, but I experienced it, right?
Exactly.
And so he took me, so he was going to take me this place. So I remember coming around the corner of this building and looking, and I just got cold sweats and chills all over my body because this temple that was out in the water was for years, and I never knew what it was. It never had a name. I found it on the internet. It was the background screening of my computer for years.
Wow.
This temple, and as I'm walking around, the exact visual shot of where I was
Was on your
and
computer.
was my computer.
Wow.
And I went, oh my God, Abby, you will never believe that this view right here where I'm standing is the exact picture, and I have the picture back there, of the temple on my computer for years and never knew where it came from. So there were so many things
Yeah.
weird about this.
I can't take
weird,
the smile off my
Yeah.
face. I am so
about
happy
this
for you.
trip.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, the dream.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And the-
you guys are going to
dream.
spend the night here. But
and the rock and the trees and all of that stuff that you're like, oh my gosh, you've been
so we are so off of your list. I'm
That's
sorry.
right.
Okay.
Not a worry.
But,
this is who you are. This is why you're here. This is
But
what it's all about.
so even way before that,
Yeah.
even before I even decided to go to Indonesia,
Uh-huh.
there was this reoccurring dream that I would have of a place that I was, and I was always it was always very important when I was in the dream. I had to look all the way around me and remember where everything was.
All the way around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm out on a cliff, and it was always very important that I always started at the left, and I would look where everything was placed, whether it was a sky, the sand, the land, the trees, the rocks in the water, and stuff like that. It was always the same thing, because I would always wake up like, oh my God, I want to go back there. You know, it was such uplifting and almost like a spiritual experience.
Right.
It was at home.
It was home.
Like your spiritual home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so important that I always remembered where everything was. And there was one detail in that dream. There was almost like a fossilized or driftwood tree right in front of me that was so out of place in this environment, because it was a very natural. There was ocean in front of me, and was like jungle and very green, but then right in front of me was this dead tree. And that was always, if I ever saw that tree, I would know that I was there. Does that make sense?
Yes,
It
because
was.
that
It
is
was
your
the.
home.
That
It
was
was
your marker.
the.
That was your
the-
marker.
It was the marker.
That was your
Right.
landmark.
That everything else was somewhat generic, but if I ever physically was in that place and that was there, I
You know
was
you're
there.
there.
So
Permission to say something silly.
yeah.
That's like when you were a little kid and you were told not to chew gum,
Uh-huh.
and you put it underneath the table, but you always knew that
Yeah.
you could get it there,
Right.
and you
Yeah.
knew that was your table
Yeah.
and your gum.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
what. That's
okay.
exactly
Yeah.
what that was. Just saying. I'm sorry. I
So
meant to be.
so then I had to leave him and go to another city, and
Let me check
and I
if they
stayed
have a
with
gum
some
somewhere.
yeah. And I
Didn't
stayed
they?
with some other people, and they were going to take me to one place, but it was storming, and they said, okay, we're going to go in a different direction. I said, okay, let's go. Everything was yes, and so we ended up on a beach. Literally nobody there. This miles and miles beach looked like no one had ever been there, and I kept looking at this what I call an outcropping of this big huge rock with trees on it and stuff like that, and I said, and I kept looking at it, and I said, do you think we can go over there? And he said, well, yeah, let's try. And it had these old. You could tell, well, there was a little bridge, but carved out steps going up, and,
Right.
and it was all overgrown and stuff like that. And we get up to the top, and it was over the water, and all of a sudden I get to the edge, and I look down, and the rocks that were in my dream were exactly where they were in real life.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I heard this voice that says, look up. And there, right in front of me, I had literally walked by it, was that tree.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, again, I broke out into a cold sweat, and I immediately, just like in my dream, went to my left and started scanning everything. And it was absolutely 1000% exactly what was in the dream.
Wow.
Is that crazy or what?
You cannot make that up.
It was insane. Insane.
I love it.
But the last time I had that dream, I woke up startled because that same voice that told me to look up, that voice was the same when I woke up that last time I had the dream,
Right.
and it says, draw it. And I was startled because nobody was in my house. It was just me. and a second time it said, draw it. So I'm scrambling around, and that's when people still had colored pencils, and I drew what I could of those identifying things, and in that drawing was that fossilized tree.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I shared it with my friend. I said, you won't believe what
Right, the
what's
dream.
been going on. And I actually called him, my friend at that time, called him because he's the only one that knew about the dream and about the drawing.
There you go.
And I said, you will never believe where I am right now. And I sent him a picture. He went, oh my God.
Oh, so you had drew it
Yes.
Before.
Before I
Hit
even
us.
was thinking
Yeah.
about going to Indonesia,
Right,
yeah.
because I didn't know where it was, because I was having the dream so often. I would wake up and I'd say, you know what? I don't know where you are, so you have to find me.
Wow.
And that's what I just put out in the universe.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
And then the last time that I had it, that same voice said, draw it.
You just delivered a message.
Is that
like-
crazy or what?
No, I've been having visions of certain things and certain plants and greenery, and I keep seeing the same thing over and over and
Wow.
over again, and wow, thank you. Because this is
There's a
about you,
reason.
not me.
This is a reason.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, we're
Anyway,
moving
so
along.
I totally.
Next
So that's kind of. So in a nutshell, that's how
Yeah.
we met.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we ended up at the
Yeah.
farmers market.
1,000 years ago.
We met 1,000 years ago.
He was a boy. He was a girl. I was a
And,
boy.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and
Another life, like
in another
Yes.
life, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we started the farmers market. I was like infatuated with the food, and I thought it was the most amazing food I had ever had in my life. I had had the opportunity to see so many different places while I was there the first time. He took me to a million places, and I was going, oh my God, we don't have any food like this. And everywhere you went was a little different. You know, it wasn't, okay, you know, this pasta dish is the same wherever you go in the world.
All the influences.
Yeah. And
locally sourced
the
and all that other good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when he decided to come, I'm going, oh my God, where am I going to take him to eat here? He's not going to like anything.
Oh.
You know, so.
But it'll definitely
I'm
be
gonna
different.
love. I know I'm gonna love this. I know.
I can't wait.
So anyway, when he got here, I said, you know what if we tried something? And that's kind of the catalyst that got us to the farmer's market. How can we create a little interesting experience in addition to the food?
Right.
And that has kind of always been everything that we've done, and how whatever we're doing continues to evolve us. Us.
Right.
We're not evolving it. What the universe, our path, is guiding us.
Thanks for watching, everyone, to another delicious episode of Who's at the Chef's Table with Chef Dan. Join us next week for more culinary adventures. This show's a proud joint production of SoFloDining and the Beachside Directory. Head over to SoFloDining.com to subscribe for free to our online magazine, packed with awesome features, discounts, and South Florida dining tips. SoFloDining is your go-to guide for all things tasty in the Sunshine State. See you soon.